So today I am so excited. My brush pack came from Sephora. So let me tell you the story about this. A couple of weeks, maybe a month or so ago, my friend Heidi and I went to Macy's and she was going in to have her makeup done. And while we were there, the gal that was doing her makeup used the coolest eye pencil brush that I have never seen anything like. And I was like, where did you get that brush? That's so cool. And she says, oh, it comes in this pack from this, from a cosmetic company, and it comes in this pack, and it had, I believe there were like 4 other brushes in it. And the other brushes were kind of like, they were just everyday brushes. I have 2 or 3 of each of those brushes. But that one brush, I was just like infatuated with. And the brush set though was $65. And I was just like, $65. I cannot justify spending $65 on a brush set for basically just one brush. Like I said, the rest of the brushes in there, one of them kind of looked like, just a regular old powder brush. And I was like, I don't need any of those other things. So I have been obsessing over this little brush, and I was on this mission, okay, I'm gonna find, there's gotta be another company out there that makes this brush. No, I have searched everywhere online for a brush like that, and every single time I'd come across a new brush company, that was the absolute first thing I'd do, is go online, look at all their brushes, see if they had one of those brushes. No one ever did. Then last week I get an email from Sephora, and they're showing some of their new products and that type of thing, and one of their new products was an eye brush set, all the brushes that you would need for your eyes. And I got to looking at it, and lo and behold, I was so excited. Da, 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 da. Look at that. This is the coolest brush because it is like no other pencil brush I've ever seen besides that other $65 kit. It's nice and soft. It's actual brush bristles, but it comes to a nice sharp point right there. I'm so excited. Yeah, so this brush set happened to be $45, so that was the first bonus of it. It was way less expensive than the other one, and I liked the fact that all the other brushes in it were eye brushes, and eye brushes are kind of one of those things I don't really feel like I can ever have enough, because, just because I love brushes. So I figured, well, I would be able to use all of the brushes in this set. So today I thought I would go ahead and show you each of these brushes, including this little baby right here. This, like I said, the obsession has finally come to an end. Thank you, Sephora. So yeah, this is the brush that started it all. So with that being said, I thought what I would do is go ahead and give you kind of a first impression tour of this brush set and let you know what I think of it, the rest of the brushes, and all that good stuff. So stay tuned and yeah, enjoy. Okay, so in case you can't tell, this is actually a different video. After I filmed the intro, I did go in and do a first impressions with these and went through and did a full eye look with them. And after I finished that up and went back and looked at the video and got ready to edit it, I realized I really wasn't happy with that video. I kind of was stumbling my way through it because I really didn't know what all of these brushes were kind of used for or what I would end up liking them for. And there's a brush in here, this brush here. It is a eyebrow brush that at first I was like, I hate this. I don't want it in the kit. I wish they hadn't put it in there. And now, actually, after I've had this brush set a few days and I've been using it, I have a very different opinion of it. I actually just yesterday figured out like, oh wait, I really like this brush. This is another one, this one here. Excuse me. This one here, it's just a round, they call it their eye enhancer brush. And I was in the first video like, I have no idea what I would use this for. Pfft, don't really care about it. This has actually become one of my favorite brushes that I own. So before I posted that video, I decided, nope, I wanted to actually refilm the second part of this video, and instead of doing a first impression, which was kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing with all of these brushes, I figured it was a better idea to do a nope, I've used these brushes for a number of times now, and this is actually my impression of them. So let me get started. This brush here, this is just like a crease blending brush. It's a little different than most crease blending brushes in the fact that it is flat on one side. It's kind of, see how it's flat, and then as I rotate it, it's wide. And so it has more of a flatness instead of being round and fluffy. It's flat and fluffy. So I have a really deep crease in my eyelid here. And so it works really nice to really get down in there and blend the actual crease without kind of blending it all out. And making kind of a big mess. The other thing that I've really started liking about this brush is it works really well. I use a brow defining pencil to kind of draw in there. And with the flatness of this brush, it's nice to kind of fit right up underneath my eyebrow there. So it's a little more of a unique crease blending brush, and that has been a really nice brush. Then there is the little smudger here. I have a number of other smudger brushes, but what I have learned to really like about this one is it's quite a bit smaller. My others are more wide, and so this one's really nice to really get in there when I want to smudge a line, but I don't want to create a big line. So this has actually become, there again, in the first video that I shot, I was kind of like, it's a smudger brush, yeah, whatever. But no, this one in particular happens to, like I said, just kind of like really be able to smudge just a little bit. So that is a really nice brush there. And then, of course, we have the all lovely, this was the one that so it's just as fantastic as I had hoped it would be. It works great for dotting in a really dark color and pulling it right into this corner when you just almost want to use like maybe a black or a really dark purple, that type of thing, to just kind of put a little dot of it on there and pull it into the crease and then kind of pull it down into this part of the eye. This brush has not disappointed. I'm so glad that I bought this pack, and it's also really nice to get kind of a really tight in the corners here. It's a really nice liner brush, but not your typical like just a few bristles sticking straight out. This has been, like I said, I'm really glad that I purchased this pack, and I'm really happy with the performance of this brush here. I love this brush. So then to talk about one of their other crease brushes, this I found really interesting. I have another couple of brushes like this that are just a round kind of angled shadow brush, but this one's really nice because it's there again, run into the camera. If you look at this one, it has a narrow side and a wide side. What I have found that I really like about this brush is when I do want to blend my crease and I want to blend it from my crease up, this brush is really nice to be able to flip this to the big side and I'll show you. It fits really nicely in there, and where you can actually then, I'll go from this side and maybe you can see the bristles actually kind of go from your crease up onto your brow a little, or up onto your brow bone just a little, up onto your brow bone just a little bit. So this has been a really nice brush when I want to take that crease powder or crease color and go kind of from my crease up. I'll show you real quick. I'm going to grab a darker color than what I'm wearing right now and see if this will demo well on camera, because this is really actually a cool brush and it's kind of unlike any other of my angle brushes. But if you can see, I put the longer bristles here right in my crease, and then the shorter bristles kind of just wrap right nicely right around your brow. So see if I can do this without making a huge mess of my makeup. But oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so if you can see the difference between this eye where I just used that brush and this eye, if you'll notice that I kind of put a browner color on, but that color goes a little bit higher up on there. And so I've really come to love this brush. Like I said, it's a little bit different than other crease blending brushes, and it's just really nice. I have a deep crease in my lid, and so it's nice to kind of get it into the crease and up without having to kind of swirl it all around. It kind of just naturally with this brush wants to go there. So again, really just love this brush. So now these two brushes in my first demo and my first kind of impression were two brushes, like I had said earlier, that I was just like, I could have lived without. Now I don't believe I could. So we're going to start with this guy. This guy is what they call their eye enhancer. I don't know what they intend it for, but this is what I love this brush for. I have a highbrow from Benefit. This is a pencil that's really great for going up on your brow bone or dotting this in the corner. This brush just happens to be, it looks bigger on screen, but it just happens to be about the size of your pinky tip. So what I have started doing with this is I take, and instead of trying to dot this in the corner and then blend it all out, I take this brush and I do this with it. I just kind of spin the brush and this pencil at the same time and get some product on this brush, and then it fits perfectly right into that spot right there. And so without having to like jam this down in the corner and then try to blend it out, it fits perfect. And this pencil is just creamy enough that it goes onto the bristles quite nicely. And there again, we just kind of put this in the corner and blend it around. This is one of those brushes, like I said in the very first go around video, I pretty much was like, yep, don't know what this is for, and set it off to the side. I didn't even hardly mention this brush. And now this has actually become one of my most favorite brushes. It works just perfect. It fits right into that spot right there. The other thing that this brush is good for, I don't use it as often for this, but if you have just kind of like a really, your dark, the darkness under your eyes is just kind of like real close up to this brush. Like I said, being that it's the size of a pinky, sometimes I don't feel like putting my fingers all over my face. I don't like getting product under my fingernail. And so the more things I can use to put my product on, the happier I am. So this particular brush also works really nice if you want to kind of take the concealer and press it into a very specific area without, there again, blending it all over. It is pretty much the exact size of your pinky tip. So if you're someone who kind of like presses these things into their face this way, you would love this brush. I have come to use this brush almost every single day. This is the brow brush. I don't usually, although I have kind of been experimenting, but typically I put my brows on with a pencil. And then my pencil has a kind of mascara-y type of brush on the end. And this is what I use. I'm not huge into doing lots of different things with my brows. However, I just yesterday morning discovered something that I love this for. So if there's one thing I definitely wear every single day, it's obviously mascara, but I also tightline all the time. I, take my eyeliner and go in and tightline that line up there. One of the things though that is kind of hard with doing that is your creamier eyeliners will kind of get at the base of your eyelashes and get them kind of clumpy. So if you're not really good about making sure that you comb that all out, then when you go to put your mascara on, it just kind of makes it, you're starting with something clumpy, you're just headed that direction. So what I discovered that I love this for is I now take my eyeliner and just, you can use anything. You could use like a compact or something. These are baseball card holders that I have. So anyways, if you take this and I just kind of rub a little bit on my little plastic here, and then I take this brush. This brush is a little more on the, for lack of a better word, like maybe wiry side. It did not, I was hoping that I could use it to do like this type of liner. It doesn't work very well for that. It's really kind of rough, but this little trick, it works great for, being that it's a little more on the bristly side. I just take it and pack that product, which almost all of it, pack it into the ends of the bristles, and then get this flipped to the big side. Then I take this and tightline like this. And what this does, it's just awesome. First of all, it makes the tightlining look just a little bit softer, but it also pushes the product like right up in between your lashes and really gets it up in there without clumping them all together. I did this yesterday and today, and both times I was just like, I love this brush and I love this new technique. This Marc Jacobs is one of my only black pencil liners that I have, and it's really, really soft. And so if you tightline up in there, it just gets really glumpy and makes all my lashes stick together. But doing this little trick here with, like I said, putting it on the plastic and then packing the bristles just like that. You just pack it on there and tightline, and I just love this trick. Love it. So with that one final trick now, it's very exciting because now all of my brushes I am in love with. Like I said, when I first did this trial or this kind of first run through, 2 of these brushes I didn't like at all. This little flat blending brush here is kind of like, oh, that's kind of random and weird. But anyways, now I actually could not be more excited that I bought this package or this set. I'm super happy with it. I had mentioned also in the intro that I couldn't tell if these were navy blue or black, and if it matters to you, I'm 97% sure they're actually navy blue. But yeah, I love this set. So check it out if you like doing like different things with your eye makeup. And I think it was a really good deal. If I remember right, what did I say in the intro? They were $45. So with the 6 brushes here, math is hard. I'll bust out my calculator and then I'll put that number right here. So they come out to that per brush. So yeah, I'm really happy that I decided to wait and hold off and put this video up after I had a chance to play with these brushes. Well, I think that's all I have for you today, everybody. I hope you found this video informative and maybe even a little entertaining. And I am hoping that you will please push that little red button right down there in the corner, the subscribe button. I'm just about to the point of starting to beg for subscribers. So yeah, if you would subscribe, I would so appreciate it. And if you have any questions about these brushes, please don't hesitate to post them in the comments down below, and I will most definitely get back to you. So I hope y'all have a great day. Bye, everybody.